Part A. Extract 1. Questions 1 to 12. You hear an orthopedic surgeon talking to a patient called Mihiraa. You now have 30 seconds to look at the notes.
Hello, and thanks for coming in, Mihiraa. Let's get straight to it. What seems to be the trouble today?
Well, doctor, it's my right knee. It's been acting up for what feels like an eternity now. It all started a few months ago as a dull ache, but now it's a sharp, stabbing pain, especially when I go up or down stairs. It's particularly bad in the mornings. I feel this stiffness that takes a good half hour to work out. I also hear a grinding or clicking sound, almost like a crepitus, when I bend it. The pain often radiates down my shin, and sometimes my calf feels tight, too. The knee itself feels warm to the touch and looks a little swollen. The discomfort has been gradually worsening over the past few days. It's really affecting my work as a chef. I'm on my feet all day.
I see. That sounds very uncomfortable. Mihiraa, have you tried anything to alleviate the symptoms?
Oh, absolutely. I've been taking over-the-counter paracetamol and ibuprofen, but they only offer temporary relief. I tried a topical diclofenac gel as well, which helped with the superficial warmth but not the deep, gnawing pain. I also started wearing a compression sleeve, but it makes the area feel more restricted, not less. I even tried some physiotherapy exercises my friend recommended, but that seemed to aggravate the stiffness, so I stopped.
And what about your past medical history? Any previous injuries to that knee, Mihiraa?
No major injuries, no. Just a minor twist playing tennis years ago that resolved on its own. I do have a history of osteoporosis in my family. My mother has it quite severely. And I was diagnosed with polycystic ovary syndrome about 5 years ago, which I manage with metformin. I'm not allergic to any medications that I know of.
Okay, based on what you've told me and the physical examination, Mihiraa, my provisional diagnosis points towards osteoarthritis of the knee. The crepitus, morning stiffness, and pain with weight bearing are all classic indicators. However, to be certain, I want to get a few tests done. We'll start with an X-ray of the knee to look for any joint space narrowing or bone spurs, also known as osteophytes. Given the warmth and mild swelling, we'll also assess for signs of inflammation or joint effusion. An MRI scan might be necessary to get a better look at the soft tissues, such as the menisci and ligaments, to rule out any tears.
Okay, I got it.
Mihiraa, in the meantime, before we get the test results back, I'm going to prescribe you a different anti-inflammatory. Let's try naproxen. It's often more effective for this type of pain. Take it twice a day after food. And continue with the cold compresses to help with the swelling. We'll review your condition once we have the test results. Any questions?
Not right now. Thank you, doctor.
Extract 2. Questions 13 to 24. You hear a general practitioner talking to a patient called Mihiraa.
Good morning, Mihiraa. Please have a seat. What brings you in today?
Morning, doctor. Oh, it's this back. It's just unrelenting. I've been wrestling with it for what feels like an eternity, but it's really flared up something dreadful these past couple of weeks. It started as this dull ache, you know. Just a bit of stiffness, particularly first thing in the morning when I try to get out of bed, or after a long drive. But now, it's progressed into this, almost searing pain.
Where is it actually located?
It is predominantly on my right side, right in the lumbar region. It radiates, actually, down my right buttock, and sometimes I feel it all the way down my leg, past the knee, even. It's a real nuisance, honestly. Sometimes it feels like a persistent throb, other times it's a sudden, excruciating jolt if I make the wrong move.
I see. And Mihiraa, how would you describe the intensity on a scale of 1 to 10, with 10 being the worst pain imaginable?
Oh, on its good days, maybe a 5 or 6. But when it's bad, when I try to lift anything, or twist even slightly, it shoots up to a solid 8 or sometimes 9. It's truly debilitating. It's affecting everything. Sleep. Forget about it. I toss and turn, can't find a comfortable position. Walking is a chore. Even sitting for extended periods is agony. My work, that's been the biggest struggle. I've had to take a lot of sick days, and my supervisor isn't exactly thrilled. I'm a forklift operator. So, as you can imagine, it's a lot of sitting, but also a lot of twisting, reaching, sometimes lifting the heavier pallets manually if the machine's tied up. The vibrations from it itself don't help either.
I understand, Mihiraa. And have you tried any treatments or remedies for this pain yourself prior to coming in today?
Yes, doctor, absolutely. I started with just over-the-counter paracetamol, but that barely touched it. Then I moved on to ibuprofen, 400 milligrams, 3 times a day for about a week, but that only offered very temporary relief. I even tried those topical analgesic creams, you know, the ones that make your skin feel warm. They were useless. My sister suggested deep heat patches, and they provided a bit of comfort, but again, nothing substantial. I've even been trying to do some stretches I found online, some lumbar extensions and cat-cow poses, but sometimes they seem to aggravate it more than help. I've also tried alternating hot and cold packs, which gives a fleeting moment of respite.
Okay, Mihiraa. Based on what you're describing, I suspect we're looking at some disc involvement. Potentially a bulging disc at the L5S1 level, or perhaps L4-L5. I'll need to conduct a thorough physical examination to confirm this. We'll check your range of motion, assess your neurological status, reflexes, sensation, muscle strength, and perform some specific provocative tests like the straight leg race.
Oh dear. Is that serious? How long will this take to heal? Because I really need to get back to work properly.
We'll determine the full extent after the examination. We'll focus on pain relief, reducing inflammation, and restoring function. That would likely include a short course of a muscle relaxant, and definitely a referral for physiotherapy. The physiotherapist will guide you through specific exercises to strengthen your core and back muscles and provide strategies for proper body mechanics. We might also consider an MRI scan if your symptoms don't improve with conservative measures or if there are any red flags during the examination.